In the third year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a message was revealed to Daniel, whose name was called Belteshazzar. That was the name that he had received in Babylon to the Persian Empire because of his understanding of mysteries, his knowledge, his wisdom, etc. So, whose name was called Belteshazzar. The message was true, but the appointed time was long. The message was true, but the appointed time was long. And he understood the message and had understanding of the vision. So, well, obviously, if it was coming from the Almighty, it was true. That is the reason why he wrote it down. And it is important to understand also because that kind of shows how even Daniel could sometimes have a dream that was not coming from the Most High. Could sometimes have a crazy dream because he ate something and he would have to think about if it was coming from the Father or not. And I say that because we do sometimes have those dreams or have that dilemma. And sometimes the Almighty is talking to us through a dream, and we may ignorantly understand it differently. Sometimes the Almighty is telling us something, and we may think that it is because we ate something. Sometimes the enemy is trying to fool us, and the way he's trying to fool us is by trying to appear as if he was or the message was from the Almighty. So we must use discernment for all of these things. Even if an angel appears before us, we must test that angel through the belief in Yahushua, meaning if they testify of Messiah, Yahushua, who died for humanity, then they are one of us and one of Yahweh, and therefore his message will be true. However, if that angel rejects Yahushua the Messiah, would be because that angel is working with the fallen angels. So all of those things we must take in account when trying to figure out what a message would mean or if it's even true. So, whose name was called Belteshazzar. The message was true, but the appointed time was long. So, the message was true, it was important, yet Daniel realized that it wasn't for him, it was for others who would come in the end, for those who would come in the end times, the chosen few, pretty much. Although it would have fulfillments, as I always explain, at least there are two fulfillments to each prophecy. Yet, I think I could say three fulfillments. One during the time of the prophet, one at the very end times, and one in the middle, to work as a reflection or as a shadow of what is to happen. And as a matter of fact, I do say three because the end times will be the complete fulfillment, the ultimate fulfillment of whatever prophecy it is. Yet the previous two would be a testimony that it is actually happening, because the Almighty tells us that we need two or at least three witnesses for any matter. So, even though that is the case, still Daniel sees that the message is pretty much not for him, because he had not much time on earth by that time when he was receiving the message. He was pretty old already, and he's receiving prophecies of thousands of years. So regarding this in this message specifically, he does say the appointed time was long.